You guys gotta read this book. It's really, really good. You gotta read it. My name is Paul Gavin. I've been making my entire living as a freelance musician for 3 years, 4 months, and 5 days, and I gotta tell you about this book that you got to read. The book is The War of Art by Pressfield, and in it he hits all of the struggles that we face as artists in creating our art and gives us a prompt kick in the pants to get us to work if we're feeling like we can't get to it. Let me tell you about it. Pressfield hits 2 main subjects that deal with us as artists. First, he deals with the resistance. To Pressfield, the resistance is the invisible force that tries to get us to not get our work done, and he personifies it throughout the book. He describes it like it's a person, and I love the way he does it. All right, so check this out. This is from a chapter called Resistance Only Opposes in One Direction. This is what he says. Resistance obstructs movement only from a lower sphere to a higher. It kicks in when we seek to pursue a calling in the arts, launch an innovative enterprise, or evolve to a higher station morally, ethically, or spiritually. So if you're in Calcutta working with Mother Teresa Foundation and you're thinking of bolting to launch a career in telemarketing, relax. Resistance will give you a free pass. Isn't that right? If we try to go to do something that's major, then we just feel all of the pressure not to do it and the reasons why. But if you aspire to a lower calling, resistance never shows up. It opposes in one direction. And then how about this excerpt from the chapter, Resistance and Self-Dramatization? Creating soap opera in our lives is a symptom of resistance. Why put in years of work designing a new software interface when you can get just as much attention by bringing home a boyfriend with a prison record? Sometimes I think of resistance as a sort of evil twin to Santa Claus, who makes his rounds house to house making sure that everything is taken care of. When he comes to a house that's hooked on self-dramatization, his ruddy cheeks glow and he giddies up, away behind his 18 reindeer. He knows there'll be no work done in that house. See, by doing this, he personifies that force that we all experience when we try to do something good, that resistance. He turns it from a force that's invisible and esoteric and out there into a person that we spar with every time we wake up and go to do our work. I find myself waking up thinking about where the resistance is and getting ready to fight, putting my boxing gloves on so I can take on the resistance. It's become an adversary, a sparring partner for me. I love that that's what this book has done for me. The other thing Pressfield does is he contrasts the amateur from the professional. Check out what he writes in his chapter, A Professional Accepts No Excuses. The amateur, underestimating resistance's cunning, permits the flu to keep him from his chapters. He believes the serpent's voice in his head that says mailing off that manuscript is more important than doing the day's work. The professional has learned better. He respects resistance. He knows if he caves in today, no matter how plausible the pretext, he'll be twice as likely to cave in tomorrow. The professional knows that resistance is like a telemarketer. If you so much as say hello, you're finished. The pro doesn't even pick up the phone. He does his work. This book was highly motivational for me, and I'm confident that it will be for you too. It's definitely the kind of book that you're gonna wanna read and reread and highlight and revisit your highlights once in a while. I think I've read it maybe 2 or 3 times now. It's really good stuff. It's good stuff. By the way, I haven't even told you what happens in the 3rd part of the book. You gotta get the book and find out. I hope you found this video helpful. I know that those excerpts from that book were some of the most important for me, but there's a whole lot more, so really you should check the book out. I've got a link in the description below. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Paul. It is very nice to meet you. I'm a freelance musician. I play the drums, and this is what I do for a living. And on this channel, I try to provide the little bit of knowledge I've learned in the over 3 years that I've done this to others that want to do the same thing. On this channel, I do smaller videos like this where I kind of talk about inspiring things or motivational things or kind of give advice, if you will, on the career. But I also do vlogs that give you an eye into my life and how I do music as a freelancer. And also I do drum cams where you can just see me playing the drums if you like. So if any of that is stuff that interests you, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. I think there's a lot of negativity out there in the music world. What I want me and you to do is lock arms, lift each other up, and rise together. I'll see you in the next video.